Dear everyone, thank you for joining today's SCMTR session. The session will be divided into three parts, that is presentation, system screen discussion, and lastly the Q&A. Once I finish off my presentation, we can continue with our Q&A session. I hope my voice is audible and screen is visible to you all. So before we start with the presentation, let's first understand what is a CMTR and what are the things which will be impacting you as an FF or a consolidator, and from ODeX point of view, how the system can help you against the new regulations. We'll go through the presentation on SCMTR. So the SCMTR stands for Sea Cargo Manifest and Transshipment Regulation. So before going with the actual changes, let's first understand from the customs point of view how they have differentiated different companies. So the list of stakeholders which we are dealing in our day-to-day operation life is getting registered on IceGate for shipping lines, that is under the category for ASC, that is authorized sea carrier, or ASA, that is authorized sea agent. Roles and responsibilities of the shipping lines or the vessel agents is the SAM filing, sea arrival amendment, sea departure manifest, sea departure amendment, sea departure notification, and the cargo summary notification. So all of these are the responsibilities of the carriers here. So to proceed with the forwarders, NVOCCs and the consolidators, they have to get registered with the IceGate under the category for ANC, that is authorized other notified carriers. The responsibilities of the forwarders or the NVOCCs is you have to go with the cargo summary notification generation and submission. To proceed with the IEC holders or the custom broker is they have to proceed with the e-seal submission that is used in export. Railways, truckers, coastal vessel operators getting registered under the category for authorized carriers or the transshippers. Port terminals getting registered under the categories for authorized terminal operators, followed by the custodians, that is ICD and CFS. To proceed ahead, we will first understand the agenda of this session, that is the brief on the SCMTR regulation, followed by the flow of the documents of SCMTR for imports and exports, CSN submission to the IceGate by the FF or the consolidator, the regulations and the recommendations of SCMTR, and lastly the CSN submission via ODeX. So, to proceed with the SCMTR regulation brief, there are two major changes that will be going live. That is, timeline of the submission of their houses, and secondly, the file name and the file format. We will see the timeline of the submissions of the house detail with this slide. For imports, the current process which we work, that is declaring the houses to the shipping lines and then shipping lines proceeding with the IGM filing. So as an FF or the consolidator, you have to declare the houses, that is 72 hours prior before the vessel arrives on the port of unloading. And then the shipping line will proceed with the IGM process, that is 48 hours prior before the vessel arrival at the port of unloading. After the new process goes live for SCMTR, the changes will be coming into effect that the BL information needs to be ready prior the vessel sails from the last port of call, and liners to submit the import manifest prior the vessel departs from the last port of call before calling India. For example, if the last port of call is Singapore and the next port of unloading is an Indian port, for an example Nhava Sheva, the freight forwarders or the consolidators have to declare their houses before the vessel sails from the last port of call, that is Singapore. This is the biggest change which will be live. For exports, it is same as it is for imports. The BL information should be ready before the vessel departs from the Indian port. Liner needs to submit the export manifest prior the vessel gets in. So as mentioned prior, the major changes will be your file name and your file formattings and the timelines of your houses. For imports, let's understand the flow of the documents. So before departure and on arrival from the last port of call to the Indian port of call, the CSN needs to be submitted, that is cargo summary notification, which is the declaration of house information by the FF or the consolidator. Here, the SAM file, that is sea arrival manifest, replaces the current IGM process. Sea arrival amendment can be filed without approval till filing of the entry inward. Proceeding ahead, on arrival, the SEI needs to be done. To proceed with the exports, before departure and after departure from the Indian port of call, the CSN needs to be done, that is the cargo summary notification, which is the declaration of house information by the FF or the consolidator. Proceeding ahead, we have SDM, that is the Sea Departure Manifest, which replaces the current EGM process, that is the Export General Manifest part. Next, we have SDA, that is Sea Departure Amendment, which can be filed without approval till filing of the departure notification. After departure, the sea departure notification needs to be done. Proceeding with the CSN submission to the ICE gate by the FF or the consolidator is you have to provide all the details of your HBLs against your MBL. Receive the CSN and then submit the same CSN to the liners here. According to the SCMTR regulations and recommendations, the information which is displayed on the screen, that is number of packages, container details, seal number, overall gross weight, IEC or the PAN copy, HSN code, SAM and the SDM filing approved with the BL detail needs to be submitted. So the facilities which ODeX provides to the customer is about the CSN submission via ODeX. So it's a single screen facility to all the customers where they have to just simply log into ODeX, enter all the details of all the HBLs against a single MBL with the help of the CSN generation and then generate the CSN file. Next is CSN submission to the customs. So once your CSN file is generated, submit the CSN file to the customs with the digital signature. Customs will then acknowledge the CSN file with the CSN number. And then lastly, the CSN submission needs to be done to the shipping line, wherein customer has to get that CSN number and then submit the same to the liners or the consolidators via ODeX. Now, we will be proceeding with the system screening for SCMTR. To proceed, log in into your account using your login credentials and then click on sign in. Upon successful login, you will be directed to the service dashboard. Here, select the EHBL and the CFS module and then select the specific location and click on the arrow icon to proceed. Here, go to the HBL request option from the HBL drop-down and then navigate to the new HBL option. Here, for the presentation purpose, the screen is divided into three parts. We will be first looking with the MBL details, that is to provide information about your MBL by selecting the liner, mentioning your MBL number, MBL date, selecting your vessel voyage number, entering the type of cargo, entering the port of acceptance, port of loading, port of unloading and your port of destination. Selecting the container status as FCL or LCL, entering the details which are mandatory and then proceed ahead by mentioning the itinerary details. Moving ahead, you have to mention the HBL details, that is your HBL number, the rest are the details, that is your consigner details, consignee details, notify party, invoicing instruction. Note that the fields which are marked in red are mandatory and the fields which are highlighted in the green tabs are SCMTR recommended tabs. Fill in up all the details and then attach the required documents for your submission. Once all the details are filled, your request is now ready for the submission. Click on the Terms and Conditions, submit your request, and then click on the Generate CSN option. Once you click on the Generate CSN button, the JSON file will be downloaded onto your system. Get that file digitally signed and then upload the same to the IceGate. Once the file is uploaded successfully, you will receive an acknowledgement number, that is your CSN number. So to proceed with the submission of CSN, you have to log in into ODeX again, enter your details about your CSN which is generated, that is your CSN number, CSN date, and then proceed ahead by submitting the details to the shipping lines or the carriers. This brings to an end of the presentation. Let's get into the Q&A session. Thank you.